here. I'd like to introduce our leader. He's Director 1 and he's from Christchurch. He has 3 beautiful children and a million dollar mindset to share with everybody here on Crowd1. We thank him and we for his nuggets, his golden nuggets, and for this awesome presentation that's coming up. Over to you, Stephen, and thank you.
Thank you for introducing me, Simone, all the way from up north inside New Zealand. Woohoo! So, hi everyone. Look, I'm from Christchurch, New Zealand. My name is Steve Davis. I'm an independent affiliate of a company called Crowd1, and I'm so pleased to be able to share with you this wonderful life-changing platform, which is changing the world millions at a time. And you'll see how many millions as I go through it. But, you know, just think about where you are at right now and what you've seen happening inside the world for the last 18 months or so. How are things going for you? Ask yourself that question. You don't have to tell me. Just ask yourself. And if you're doing well, I want to congratulate you because many aren't. And if you are open and looking for something to help you to move forward in life, this is one of those opportunities. This is one of those moments that someone told you about it and you're here today. It's not an accident. So I'm going to help you to look at an option that will help to turn your mobile phone into an online business. And maybe this is the opportunity that you've been waiting for to unleash something special inside your life. So what can I tell you about this? I can tell you that this company in 2016, they began to plan the modern platform, what it is now. By the end of 2018, it was ready to launch. And then by 1 year later, in 2019, there were over 1 million members. As we came into last year, we know that the world, we'll probably say change. We don't know if it's forever. We just know we've got a new normal at the moment and it's lasting a long time. Well, during this new normal, this company grew from 1 million to over 21 million. Isn't that incredible? It's the fastest growing crowd company in history. That's not a surprise, is it? If you can see that growing during the worst of times, you probably go, you should be going, what company can grow during the worst of times and set such a rate? Well, I'm going to help to unpack that for you. If you look onto the right-hand side, you're going to see a figure of 30 million members. That was a short time ago, back in May. But look now, look at what we've got right now. It is 33 million members worldwide. Now, people used to go, call this crowd names, you know, oh, no, it's just this, it'll go away, it's that. You know, people have called names to others, to ideas throughout history. That's okay. You know, it's just, that's people's mindset. And we talked about that this morning earlier with our production, our crew. But you know what? It's just a matter of time before people get over their mindset. Why? Because things become prevalent. And so then they get a chance or an opportunity to go, you know what? I thought wrong. I thought poorly. And so I can now adjust. And the person who can adjust can change their world. So let's have a look at this. How big is 33 million? Well, have a see at the worldometer. It's always being adjusted daily. In fact, I should readjust this because this will be old. Every day there's people being added to every country. But if we were to put 33 million on there, we would be sitting 43 above Peru. There are about 235 countries in worldometer. So that's a very high position to think, wow, bigger than most countries. What else can I tell you? Well, let's look at these Facebook's own source about their growth over the years, and we'll focus on the first 3 years. So have a look at that. 2004, we had 1 million people in Facebook. By the end of the second year, 2005, there were 6 million. And by the end of the third year, there were 12 million people. If you look at what I just showed you before this, let's just quickly go back here. There are 33 million. And you may not have clicked when I told you how recent this company came about. So you may not appreciate how great this is compared to a wonderful platform called Facebook, which most of us will socialize on. This has happened in 2.5 years. Facebook went to 12 million in 3 years. So less than 3 years for Crowd1 to be basically 3 times faster growing than this platform here. The other thing I will tell you about this topic, about these two comparisons, is that Facebook is a free platform. Have you ever paid money to join Facebook, to socialize on Facebook? No. You may do it for an ad, but you will never do it to join and to socialize. So on Crowd1, yeah, there is a one-off lifetime subscription. So you should be blown away that the one-time lifetime subscription is tripled the free platform. Let's have a look at there. Oh, if we could just have the crew, if you could just make sure that persons are muted, including yourselves, that'd be great. And then, so here, let's have a look at the Alexa rank. It is an Amazon.com company. Everyone pretty much knows what Amazon is, right? You probably bought something off there. And so the Alexa ranks measure popularity, engagement, traffic, visitors, and geography of people throughout the whole internet world. Inside that, and recently when I checked, in fact, I need to update this. The most recent one I did over the last week, we went from 1,176 to 1,158. And so what is that number out of? 1.2 plus billion websites. 1.2 plus billion websites. Think of everything that you look at, every newsfeed, every group, every email, entertainment. And Crowd1, out of every place in the world, has risen not to 1176, but to 1158. And with the growth inside this company, this platform, it is looking and hoping and set its goal to be in the top 100 by January 2022. Now, I can tell you that that rank alone, 1158, is greater, far greater by thousands of almost all of the multi-level marketing industry. And remember, that's done by searching traffic, engagement, popularity, unique visitors, and audience geography. This is an independent source. So it's outside, not inside. It's not us going, hey, we're great. It's the world saying, this company is great. And it's right up there, even now, with the greatest companies inside the world, greatest companies on products and services and sharing. If you look in the multi-level marketing industry itself, you're going to find that the Crowd1 sits very, very high amongst it in a short amount of time. The total amount of payouts to the multi-level marketing industry, you think of every company you know that does direct sales. Everyone, Amway, right? Melaleuca, Genes, whatever it is. Well, Crowd1 sits up there in the top 5 in momentum out of 690 of those companies, including the ones I just mentioned. And it's number 1, like I mentioned just on the previous slide, in the Alexa ranks. That's engagement throughout the world. So when you see this, you should be going, you know what, my mindset has been poor. I thought it was this and that, but the sites that Stephen is showing me today, like for example, Business at Home, shows that this is not what my mindset is set. So I need to adjust what I think to what the actual independent sources say. So have a look at this. The commission payout for the MLM industry, the total payout last year was 42 billion, just a shade under. And of that, the average payout through the multi-level marketing industry was a 34.5%. That's really good after payouts, after expenses, office, staffing, storage, producing the products, all that. That's pretty good. It's it's on par, maybe a bit better than most retail. Flick over to the left-hand side and let's look at how Crowd1 compares with the average and with the total amount that's been shared there. You'll see Crowd1 came out of nowhere, and we'll focus on 2019, went from 90 million in revenue to 750 million in revenue. That was a 733% increase inside the revenue there. That's amazing. I looked through all the companies that were there. There were 650 at the time, around about there, and there were none that had that amount of increase. And remember, this was during the worst time in history. If you think, no, it can't be the worst time in history, well, can you think of a time in your life where the whole world was shut down, could not travel, had to wear masks, work, couldn't even go to work? The only way you could go out, hopefully, is to go get groceries, or if you're an essential worker, go there. Can you think of any time in your decades of living that has done this to the world? And the short answer, no, you cannot. So this is the worst time this company grew the fastest. And then you look at the commission payout down the bottom there, and you'll see that it was 75% of that 750 million was paid out to its members. That's a massive 562.5 million. I looked through most of the companies in Business for Home, and I couldn't find one that was as equal or greater. I found one that was about 60 something percent, and I found others that were basically around the average, 30 to 40%. So this company pays out last year the greatest amount, or one of the greatest amount, to its members from the fastest growing revenue that we've seen thus far. That's why it's the fastest growing crowd company in history. So you should be blown away and be adjusting your mindset as we're speaking. So what is Crowd1? What is this company that is breaking records, changing history from the inside out, like many other amazing, incredible things, inventions, ideas in the past? And there are many. Well, it's similar to companies and services you know, like Uber, Airbnb, Spotify, and Agoda. What do they have in common? They don't own what they use. The cars are not theirs, the beds, the music, the hotels, none of them are theirs. And you know what? We're like an amazing, incredible library, or an amazing, incredible super mall. We're like the mall owners, we co-own it, and then every product and service that comes in, you know what? They partner with us. It's their product, their successful service, and all we do is, with our incredible partnership, help to change people's lives. And I'm going to help you to see how that occurs. Let's have a look at where we are focused on and how we're growing so fast compared to most things that are shutting down. We're in the online digital technology space. So that means it doesn't matter what's happening in your personal country. It does not matter what is happening inside the whole global world physically. It's just the fact is, if you have a digital device, you can plug in to what we have here and you can change your world. How amazing is that? There are more digital devices in the world, cell phones, laptops, tablets, cell phones alone, than TVs now. Remember a time when TVs were the most prevalent thing? Not anymore. It is the cell phone. Even in the most poorest, undeveloped countries inside the world, everybody has a cell phone. How is that important to know that we're in the technology space? Well, look at these top 10 people inside the world. Do you recognize any of the people you see? These are the billionaires, the richest billionaires. You see the amounts right there. Well, how about if I do this? These are the top 10 in the digital tech field. And if you look closely, you're going to see that 6 of those 10 there are in the top 10 overall richest people in the world. So what is that? What is that telling me? And what should that be telling you? If 6 of the top 10 richest people have become that way through the digital technology space, we need to follow the clues so that we can be successful. The world has been shut down. You should be looking at the clues around the world and seeing, oh my gosh, I've seen it go up and down. I've been let out, then been shut in. What has not changed? The online space. It is growing phenomenally. So you and I, again, what do we need to do? Adjust our mindset. See that we are the ones thinking poorly, that these people are doing successfully. And if we want to follow and be that, we need to open our business to become either online as well, or we need to adjust and be a part of things that are in the digital space. This is 100% mobile business. You are plugged in wherever you are. You could be on you could be traveling right now on your bus, MRT, a train, it doesn't matter. You could be in your house like I am, or in the garage, at your workplace during your lunch hour. Who knows what you're doing? See, the world has changed that everything can be done on this simple mobile device in front of you. I'll hold up mine. I'm on my laptop, but I've got my phone. Pretty much your whole world can now be on this device. And that means easy for you to operate anywhere, anyhow, and anytime. The one thing that you may not have done, and you need to consider it very seriously, because if you're going to use a device almost 24 hours a day to be your alarm when you wake up, and also to be your music when you go to sleep, and everything else in between, entertaining, news feed, contacting other people, then, it is smart, right, to make the smartphone smart as it should be, and that is to also earn through it. So if you're not doing that through crypto, which is a real thing we all know now, then you need to be doing it for other platforms like this, where you can earn in the Bitcoin or the euro and be able to change yourself, change your life bit by bit. You know what? It doesn't matter if you're working a full-time job right now. How long will you work that without it getting you far in life? Your normal 9-to-5 job is going to give you the ability to survive and a bit more. What this platform does, amongst others, is it gives you the ability to add to that and with time to transform your life, so then you can have a choice whether you stay in the 9-to-5 job or you opt out. You can even keep your 9-to-5 job if you're passionate about it. You know, you say, I have a passion in this. Well, that's amazing. Why don't you make it your passion, plug into whatever you want, but earn digitally so that you can transform your world like the most successful people are doing right now in the world. We're in many offices in physical places, and we're growing. Our latest office is being built inside Dubai. That will be our main one once it's complete, and that should be done by September. I'm hoping to be there. Why don't you aim to be there as well? We could go and see it together if COVID allowing. We'll just see what happens, right? But these are built to support members locally. But just know that we have also able to support our members online for a variety of different ways. This is the owner. He's the founder. And if you look on the left-hand side, you can see a lot of information about him. I will summarize. This guy has been inside multi-level marketing and real estate field for 20 plus years, so over 2 decades. He's been very, very successful in what he does. He's very driven. He's very passionate. Recently, I had the opportunity to meet him and in person. And you know what? He decided not too long ago that I want to take what I've learned to help transform the world. Because I can look and see that it is uneven, like you and I can. We can see that the rich are richer, the poor are poorer, and there's a lot of us in between. And so he was in a place where he said, you know what, I can actually change the world. I can provide them information about real estate so they can get their own homes. And he realized that, okay, the digital space is an incredible area that I can reach so many, many people to do this. So how can I do that? How can I share the information, but also provide an income that will transform their life? So he partnered with other like-minded, big-hearted people, and they came up with this platform where you not only can learn and you can purchase now, but you can earn as you do that. Isn't that incredible? And he's breaking what they call the digital divide. That means he's using it to make everybody successful, not just a few. Here is a picture of me and John and Tina inside, that's our Oceania leaders, some of us, inside Dubai recently, end of May. You can see we're with this guy, this photo with this man with the mask, the man in black with the mask. Who's he? Let's flick back. It's this guy without the mask. It's this guy with the mask. He's wearing the mask because we're from the whole world and he's there. And so he's very wise. He's not picking up anything from anybody. And but we got to spend time with him. Who are all these other people? These are just some of the very top leaders inside the world. Presidents, ambassadors. In fact, if you look down the bottom there, the bottom left there, me and a guy there, his name is Ronnie Barrentos. You know, he's a president one star, a 28-year-old from Philippines. And he has over 14 cars. Can you imagine that? What are you going to do with 14 cars? He has over 7 businesses. In fact, since I left him in Dubai, I think he's created another 3 businesses. One of those businesses is creating a 2-meter big pizza. I think it's the biggest pizza in his country, Philippines, or maybe just in his province, 2 meters in diameter. Imagine that. And then you have some other wonderful people who I plug in to learn from on the global Zooms as well. Like there's President Worldstar. She's that one on the right-hand side with the brown, wearing the brown. I just happened to sit down before the event, and who was I sitting next to? President One Star. And so I had a talk with her. So I see her and her team presenting every Thursday, and I try to do my best to plug inside there. Amazing. Wonderful people. Here are the products and services that currently exist and are growing. When I joined March 2020, none of these existed. Let's say that again. None of these existed to March 2020 when I joined. You know what? I heard a vision. I saw an opportunity, and I jumped on when many people didn't. That was when this company was only 2 million. And if you look now, you can see things that you actually use, right? Surely you love travel. If you don't, surely you play games. If you don't, maybe, or surely you get the odd lotto ticket. Maybe you don't, but surely you're open to learning in life, right? That's what Mindu is, e-education about personal development and not real estate, business development. It's more broad now. And then you have other things like a virtual business card. Wow, you're a business person? Don't ever lose a card again. Here it is. We've got a Crowd magazine. I'm going to show you something during this and you'll be go, what? This person or that person's inside that magazine? Yeah, it's read by up to 33 million plus people worldwide. We have Planet IX, that's virtual real estate. And coming very shortly this month and next, they're rolling out the multi-wallet. Hey, did you check your newsfeed if you're a Crowd1 member? If you go and check your newsfeed right now, you'll see you're the next step of the multi-wallet being rolled out where you're changing these what we used to call Crowd1 rewards to the multi-wallet, and you'll share in that company because you're a pioneer. But you know what? Anyone who's on here, you're on the 33 million, going to 100 million, going to 2 billion by 2030, 2 billion plus. So you can be a pioneer with what's here now. I was a pioneer with nothing, but maybe you're a pioneer with seeing what you can see before you. Entertainment is coming. Communication is also coming. And can you imagine when communication drops, everybody who has a cell phone or mobile device, that's you, that's me, that means drop the mic because basically the world will come on. Why? Because if you're given a choice where you can get value, and then you're given another choice where you can get value plus earning from it, what will you choose? What would any logical person choose? Of course, right? It's going to be the value plus the earnings because you've never shared in it before. When you go to the mall, what happens? You will trade your money for the product or service and walk out with less money, but you'll be satisfied with the product or service most times, right? But now with the Crowd1 mall, you can go into the mall, do the same transactions like you do up to now, walk out, and you know you've got the ability to earn money a number of different ways, as well as while you do your shopping. Amazing. So let's have a look how Crowd1 makes the money. So how does it all work ahead? It's like any of those products and services you've just seen. When any of our members decide, I'm into this product, I'm into that service, and they plug in, a magical thing happens, something that's never happened in such a great way before. 50% of the profits go back to that company or that's their product or service. That's wonderful. And the other 50%, for the very first time ever, where does it go? It comes to Crowd1, and then it's split across a number of ways, paying for costs, paying for a number of incomes and benefits, which you'll see as I go through to the tail end of this presentation. That is amazing. And you might ask yourself, why would companies give away 50% of their profits? That's a really great question. Because up to now, when you go to that shop or that online service, you know, they keep all of the profits, right? 100%. See, have you not ever wondered how they can pay for their staff, how they can increase their store, how they can continue to build their office and keep on growing their product lines? Have you never wondered? That's because it's so lucrative. It's like a very small amount goes to the actual product you buy, and then there's a massive markup, right? And so with that massive markup, they're able to transform and build an empire if they do it well. And so they can give up to 50% off. What's another reason why they would give 50% of the profits away? Well, one is they save on millions, if not billions, of advertising over the years. Can you imagine when you watch TV, go to the movies, you see advert after advert? Now they don't have to do it. This new way, we've got 33 million members that show up to their front door. Right now, just right now, to all these products and services. So what do they have to do? They know that they have no advertising, bills to pay. They have just got to do this one thing, provide the best value with their product and service so that they'll get the most engagement. You cannot get 33 million members show up to your customer door, but for Crowd1 you can. So they're willing to say, you save us on advertising, you provide 33 million members there, so we're going to do our best to give their value. You know what? If they don't, we walk, right? We go and find another product, either in Crowd1 or another product nearby, and we go, until you get that great value, I'm going to do this other one. So, you know, they'll learn when the people are not there, right? The other thing is, for the first time, like I said, we are getting a share of the profits, which we have never, ever done before. And so that means life change from the lucrative profits from the companies and services that are plugging into us. What a great partnership. So let's have a look at all these different products and see what excites you. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. Just think about it for what you love in life. And if this appeals to you, this may be what you will plug into as one of the 3 different categories I will share later. So this is Life Trends. It's everything travel. It's, rent a vehicle, cruise. You can still cruise just locally rather than internationally. There is holidays. There's flights that are also in there in the background coming to the fore as well. So you name it, everything travel is there. This is me. I went to Dubai end of May, and I spent 9 nights there in this beautiful hotel. It's a 5-star. I had a buffet breakfast, and it cost me less than $100 a night. Now, that is an amazing amount for a 5-star hotel for buffet breakfast. And I can tell you it was a wonderful experience. I loved it. In fact, here's me with some of the pictures from there. There's Akant. He's on the left-hand side. He's one of the cleaners there. We're friends now on Facebook, social, and I'm looking forward to seeing him the next time I go there. If it's sooner, then that'd be amazing. There's a view, the swimming pool, there's the right hand, the fitness center, and just a couple of things that you can see in front of you. That's a museum, can you believe it? Being constructed behind me, behind that swimming pool. That's a museum. I thought it was an adventure climbing zone because I saw these people going up and down, and then they told me, no, that's not. That is actually people bungee jumping. I'm not bungee jumping, sorry, I thought it was bungee jumping. These are people building the outside. Can you imagine? It was 40 degrees plus heat, and that's a metal structure. I was going, how can they handle it? I could barely walk on the ground around the swimming pool before getting hot feet. Anyway, that is Life Trends. And know that not only did I get a great deal, stay in a wonderful place, but earning ability through it as well. And Mindo, this is personal and professional development. So it's for you to grow as a person and for also you to grow as a businessman or businesswoman. They used to have 9 topics. They're actually 10 now. One got released over the last 5 days. It's always growing. So you get to be part of a growing platform. Every single one of these are what we call live or fluid. And so you can know that when you plug in, that's not all you get. You get whatever is continuing to be moving forward with that particular product or service. Have a look. What's a topic that appeals to you? Social media, building your audience. Yeah, you should be plugging in to learn how to engage more digitally, because this is the way forward inside life in terms of business and connection as well. Look at that work-life balance. This person, Peter Jacobson, getting started with him, amazing topics, and you can plug in to listen to them, by audio or as written. You can plug in both ways. Here's number 10, and this is Overcoming Entrepreneurial Challenges, the latest addition to Mindo. And so everyone has challenges, especially if you go from the 9 to 5 to plugging into this new way of living, a business person, or whether it's offline or online. But if you're an entrepreneur, why don't you plug into this and learn some important nuggets, gems to help you move forward a bit better. That's the personal development and the business development. And again, both text and podcast formats are available for you. If you're into playing the old lotto ticket or something similar, maybe this is what you can choose. If you're not, that's all right. When you go to a mall, do you go in and say, oh, I'm not into that particular product. I'm not into gaming. So you walk out of the mall? No. You will go there. You will plug into whatever you love to do, and you'll let other people do what they do. That's what we are. We're a super mall that's plugged in, products and services plugged into us. And so you just do what you want to do. In fact, with this one, you can actually opt out of not only doing this, tick a box, as well as the profit. So if that's a game breaker for you, don't worry, tick the box, and this part of the mall will be taken away and you don't have to worry about it. But if you do like the old one, we've got some local countries that it's involved in. Some of the products, Colombia, Mexico, Gabon, Guyana, Mozambique, Uganda. The great thing is when those people plug into those locally, the profits come back globally so that you can share in it. That's the most wonderful thing. This is the one global product so far that's come out through a Philgo, Epic One Lotto, 6 of the biggest jackpots inside the whole world. You can see you've got America, UK, France even there. So they're ones that, like I said, we don't create the products and services. They already exist. They just partner with us. So 2 of them, the bottom 2, Mega Millions and Powerball, they have a syndicate option. So you can not only play individually or as a small group like you do in your normal lotto. With the syndicate option, is there anyone from Crowd1 that plugs in this week? Or, you know, it could be 100 people, could be 1,000, could be more. Say one person wins $10. Well, that person will win 5 of the $10, half of it, and the other $5 will be split by amongst the other members that are plugged in as the syndicate. Then, what happens if they won the 220 million that you see there on the Mega Millions? It's always changing, right? But 220 million, that means that winner would get 110 million. That's half the winnings. The other half, it goes to all those that plugged in that week, and it gets split equally amongst them, including the winner. So they get a second punt at it. That's the syndicate option. I've won some. I'm in just a small amount so far through the syndicate. It's basically about $14 New Zealand, but hey, that's just something that I won through the syndicate that I wouldn't have won if it was just me. I would have won 0. So, yep, if you want to do this, you can play together and win together for Epic One Lotto. Let's look at a further product. This is Mixter. Are you a gamer? Well, there are 4 categories. 2 have rolled out and are continuing to grow before our very eyes, and 2 are coming. So Mixter Social is everything you can think of that you can play easily on your game, on your cell phone or your laptop. Mixter Retro is everything 80s. So that's Space Invaders, that's Donkey Kong, that's Pac-Man, those sort of games. Mixter Live is those over your shoulder. So you can watch someone being interviewed, you can watch someone teaching how to play the game, you can watch people who are providing the prizes and what motivates them. There's a lot of, that's Mixter Live. In Mixter Plus, well, that's coming later as well, and that this year, and that is everything immersive, like those Fortnite games where people spend hours and hours. That's not you and me, right? That's not you, right? Hours and hours all night playing those games, getting a beard. I'm talking about the guys, right? The guys are getting a beard. Of course, it's not the woman. Okay. So yeah, that's big stuff. And it's got 4 different categories growing before your eyes. Over 1 million subscribers, so it's an established platform. Crowd1 took it from 34,000. They had 34,000 members after, I think it was 4 to 8 years. I can't remember the exact years. We took it to over 1 million in less than a year. So there you go. That's what the power of the crowd can do. Established platform. This is tournaments you can play, just a little bit of them. Any game out of all of the 100+ games you can play so far, and you can win branded prizes like Samsung, Apple, Game Boys, branded gear. Yep, they're all available when you get into the very top. If you don't get to the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, don't worry, because you also get credits for being in the thousands that play the tournament. Those credits add up, and then you get opportunity to enter into the lucky dip draws. So again, branded gears, Apple AirPods, Mixter reward cards, and the prizes are continually being changed and rotated around. So winner, winner, winner. You don't have to be a great player. You just got to be in to win. This company, Emerge Gaming, is partnered with Mixter. Doesn't mean there can't be others. Yes, there can be. But here, Emerge Gaming, it is on the Australian Stock Exchange. So maybe if you can see the value in Mixter growing before your eyes and you're a player as well, then you can see, wow, if I plug into the Australian Stock Exchange, I can benefit through income that way as Mixter grows. So my shares inside Emerge Gaming. Look it up. Maybe that's you. This is local product Tribute, available in Nigeria, growing throughout Africa, and there's discounts for those people over there. But the main thing I want to tell you is, while they get those local products and the discounts, all the profits made through this company Tribute comes back to the global crowd to be shared amongst us all. So that's amazing. This is the Crowd magazine. Get ready for it. You might recognize 1 or 2 faces very shortly. But you know what? This magazine is telling you all the latest things. It's going to tell you about different members and groups and communities in the crowd that are transforming their lives through this new business. You're going to have insight from legendary people like Peter Jacobson, who went from chaos and wheels to transforming his life and now sharing those nuggets with us every Sunday, as well as at events. You're going to learn about the latest technology gadgets, not just from us. This is just from created throughout the world. And you'll also have positive news feeds about what's happening in communities worldwide. You'll get spotlights on people like these ones. Do you recognize any of these 2? Yeah. It's crazy, right? There you have our very own Team Leader 2, Marie Tukarangi, and you can read about her story in this magazine, how she loves this company, that this is her saving grace, that she's gone through cancer and she's gone through recovering, and how she's so grateful for the community that she's growing with. And you can read about this other guy over here, Stephen Davis. He was a nobody going nowhere, and he found something after saying yes, finally, stubborn Stephen, after saying yes, after 3 times saying no. So read about people like us. We're just everyday, ordinary people that have been given a chance through this wonderful platform called The Crowd. Link Me, virtual business card. So, you know, do you have one? Let me hold up a few that I've got in front of me. Look, these are limited. They can be 1-sided or 2. You have to keep purchasing them to build them up. They go very fast, and people don't necessarily appreciate them, right? They could be given and thrown away. You can lose them, you can wonder where they are, or you have to keep ordering them. Not anymore. The virtual business card is simply, you want to join, you want to link with me? Hey, here, what's your message? What's your Facebook? What's your text? Let me send you a link. And when they push on that link, they will open up to something like this. It'll have your picture that you put on, your name, your blurb about yourself, and then all the online links that you have, just about who you are on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn or whatever it is, and everything that's a part of you, your YouTube channel, you know, your Zoom room, everything. And then so people can plug it at their leisure. And remember, they ask to link with you or you ask them, so they can learn about you in a very dynamic way. This is amazing. This has become the forerunning product right now, and you'll see by the end of it, there's a lot of actually people like salivating. Oh yeah, this game. What is this game about? Planet IX that people, now that it's in the beta launch, well, it's like this, Monopoly. Monopoly is a game that you and I probably have played for our life. It's a board game for real estate. And so you build it up, you try to beat the other people so that you can make money. Only 4 people on a limited game board to win pretend money. But now with Planet IX, the game board is the whole world, a virtual copy of the whole globe, broken up into 10 meter by 10 meter picks. You are playing with millions of players. In fact, 4 million are being onboarded right now. Not all of them will get on during the beta process, but we are having tens of thousands, literally hundreds of thousands coming on, and you are playing for real money crypto. And it's not a lose game. It's more of either it's going to be a slow burner or you're going to earn faster, depending on how much you understand the game. And you have 2 months around about before the rest of the world comes on. If you're a Crowd1 member, those who are already playing, you know what I'm talking about, that you have got an opportunity and you've seen some amazing things happen. So what's happening with this game? How does it work? Well, there's the global map in front of you that's broken up into 10 meter by 10 meter bits. There is over 4 million people that have registered that are being on board right now. And there are 3 phases, and we are now in phase 1 of buying land. So that you can buy 10 meter by 10 meter picks anywhere in the world. And it operates very similar like real physical real estate. You know, that takes years to grow, but here, because it's the online world, it's far less time. You can exponentially grow your income, your assets, because it's in a different format, in a different world, the virtual reality world. Let's have a look how fast this game has grown. So 3 short weeks ago, they started to bring up the zones, a different vertical zone that included different countries. The first zone included 14 countries. It was called Asian Fusion. The second zone included 22 countries. How fast? The first one sold out in 92 minutes. How fast? The second one sold out in 35 minutes. In fact, they said that it's grown out so fast and people missed out that they did a third one. How fast did that one grow out? Last Thursday, it sold out in 30 minutes. Wow. So people got ready. Remember, these are only tens of thousands of people, maybe 100,000 plus, not the rest of the world. This is what it's selling out in. So what happened on Drop Zone 3? Were you there this Monday? Were you lined up? 6 countries, Samoa, part of my heritage, Tonga, Kiribati, Canada, United States of America, and Mexico. How fast did it take for Drop Zone 3 to go? Can you guess? 92, 35, 30, 3 minutes. 3 minutes, it sold out. This is millions and millions of euro. People are getting this game and they're buying into it. So Drop Zone 4 is coming. That's coming on every Monday. And you can see the zone it is. It covers North and South America, part of there. How fast will that go? Who knows? But we're going to be ready, right, to plug into this game months earlier than the rest of the world so that we get a head start to change our lives. So why are they crazy to buy virtual land for millions of dollars? Well, maybe you'll say, yes, they are. You'll probably think, no, they're not. Because people used to think that the Bitcoin was crazy. A virtual coin, who is going to get into it? That's a scam. It's not real. It'll fall apart. And now, 10 to 12 years later, it is worth 34,000 US dollars plus, right? Here we have in front of you what happened February the 9th this year. This piece of land you see sold. That's not a physical piece of land. That is a virtual reality land. Someone built it up, made it to look at what it is. It sold for $1.5 million. Now look at it and wonder and go, what? But after you go, what? Go, okay, I better be open. I better adjust my mindset. Because if Bitcoin was real and this people buy $1.5 million for something like that, then I need to learn the new way, because this looks like it's going to be the new life changer. And you'd be right. Here's 6 reasons why people are getting into virtual real estate, Bitcoin, and now Planet IX. Number 1, it's a new asset class. So yes, digital real estate is a legitimate asset class. Number 2, fear of missing out, or what we say FOMO. You know, they missed out on Bitcoin. They don't want to miss out on the next thing. They're trying to learn as best as they can. Number 3, exponential returns. So you can get a lot from a very small amount. You can flip lands, for example, on virtual very fast. You don't have to go and do it up. You just got to spend some time here. So it'd be like minutes or hours versus weeks and months. That's really game-changing, right? Number 4, additional possibilities of earning. So think about Planet IX itself. As we build on our land in phase 2 and phase 3, you could build structures. You could rent it out. You could do advertising. You could create your own art. And so by doing that, you not only have a chance for your real estate in Planet IX, just the actual land itself that you could sell, but it could be what you do on your land as well, that you could sell a part of it or rent it out or do little bits. There you go. You can change your life in greater ways. Number 5, it's easier than buying normal real estate. If you've ever done it or tried to do it, you know there are loans from the bank. There are lawyers to be involved. There is technicalities. There are documents. There are consents. There is a lot of red tape and paperwork to go with it, and that takes time. Not here. I can tell you, I did it all within 10 minutes. If I was to put it all together, 10 minutes, I went to, from the point of, it's time for you to register, Stephen. Registered. It's put my land on, which I'd already purchased. I went and purchased and put it in my wallet. And then when it came up for the zones, I simply just clicked the amount I want, push submit, done. Got my virtual land. See, that was 10 minutes versus so much money and time and stress. Number 6, low entry barrier. You know how much it costs to get land these days, and they're skyrocketing. Here, you can get it as a fraction of the price, especially if you're early bird person in the game 2 months earlier than the rest of the world. I hope that excites you. Green project, yes. All from the profits that is gained through this, we are partnered with physical projects in the world that help to keep planet Earth green or better. And this is one of the organizations we're partnered with, the tree planting. So you could buy a tree or a few of them, and then they will do that in the real physical world. That's amazing, right? Because if you just think about this and you never realize, when you breathe out, that's CO2, that's carbon dioxide. What do trees breathe in? Maybe you didn't know this. They breathe in carbon dioxide. But what do they breathe out? Trees breathe out oxygen, and we as humans need oxygen. So there you go. It's a wonderful process, cycle of life that we're helping to do through this amazing game changer called Planet IX. Great, I hope that excites you. Let's talk about SoMe for a moment. These are the future products now. Those are all the current. SoMe stands for social media. This is coming out over the next month or 2, and this is going to help you to keep track of all your different platforms. It's going to help you in one place to better utilize your space, your online space. Multi-wallet, we've just got into phase 2 this morning. So if you log into your back office, those are Crowd1 members, you'll see you've got an option for you to have a share, 50% part of this company. How amazing is that? We're going to own it. But the rest of you that are watching, you can still participate in it because you're going to be able to do so many things through it. You'll be able to buy, sell, transfer. You'll be able to use it like a Google or Apple Pay Go up with your phone, put it down, and suddenly you'll be able to buy your coffee, get your retail product, go get your grocery shopping. So you'll be able to do a range of different things, even buy fractional shares in great companies such as Google, Apple, Amazon, and etc. You'll be able to load your wallet, you'll be able to transfer money across currencies. Anyone who's got the multi-wallet, you'll be able to transfer them to them basically instantly. Virtual business card, we just talked about buying your coffee, your retail products, your groceries, and you may even want to let go of your bank because you'll be able to make transfers via virtual IBAN or ClearBank. So that means you could let go of your physical bank and not use them anymore. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Coming up further, we've got communication, entertainment, more on the cryptocurrency. We're already going into that further, but again, we're using other products and services that have the cryptocurrency, not ourselves. But you know, when communication comes on, drop the mic, it's game over. This will go billions. And so make sure you're not one of the later. If you want to change your life sooner, be one of the early adopters. I am, you can be. So just make a decision and move forward. So let's remind ourselves, how does Crowd1 make money? When any of our members plug into any of the products and services, they get what they normally do, except the differences in this new way of living and working and earning and shopping is that 50% go to those companies. They are so happy for the reasons I mentioned earlier. And you and I are happy because we get to share in the profits around the world that we never had opportunity to do before. So who are you? You've listened to me share a lot of different things here. Are you a customer? Well, feel free to use any of the products and services. You'll get discounts on them just like you normally would. But why would you choose just to be a customer of us? Well, whoever's sharing this with you, UKLT, what's that? KLT, can you guess what that is? That's someone you know, like or love or trust. So if you know, like, trust someone, how would you love to benefit that person to change their life while you get the same value or similar value that you will get with the product that you use anyway? Just choose better for your friend, family member, loved one, so that they can move forward while you still get the same or similar value. You can be a member and you can recommend the products and services you see. So you can even come on free, get that discount plus 4 ways of earning or benefiting that will give you a bit of money on the side while you do what you already do. Or thirdly, and I'll focus on that soon, is you can be an entrepreneur and build a team who will help you, support you, and you can get the discount plus 7 ways of earning. This is the life transformer. So if you're the person that says, I want something that's going to change my life from what I'm doing to help me to get forward in life faster, then this is for you. You just got to ask yourself 2 questions. Number 1 is, why do you want this to be the life changer? You need to ask yourself that question. And number 2, when do you want this to be a life changer? Because this could be 10 years, 50 years, or it can be 6 months to 2 years. So you make the choice. Why do you want this to be the life changer? And when do you want it to be the life changer for? And we will help you to get to that goal that you have. Let's look at the ways that you can earn that our founder and his management team has come out. There are 7 minimum ways that you can earn through the compensation plan of Crowd1. Wonderful that you can have these many ways in one platform, because if you're working more than one job in the physical realm, that means you have to go and put on different clothes. You've got to transport yourself to and fro, and that's extra time. There is no extra time. There are 7 ways here on one platform. It saves time, dressing, and other things. So remember, as I go through this, I'm pretty good at outlining it rather than giving heaps and heaps of information. But just remember this, 7 will always beat 1. And if you're doing more than 1, it will beat that as well, because you have to do so much. And that means less time with your loved ones to have the experiences that you've always wanted in life. Try the new way. Try 7 ways. Let's go through the first 4. And the first 4 are for the entrepreneur as well as the member. So the fear of loss is where you share with this how you feel about, hey, this new company, and you have 4 people around your life that go, hey, I see that too. How do I join? Well, they will join on one of the 4 packs, which cost these amounts. Remember, they're one-off prices. When 4 of them do that in your first 14 days, Crowd1, through the profits from the products and service partnerships that we have, will give you a voucher of the same equivalent, either a white package 109 or to the maximum 2499. So imagine being a free member You joining 4 people that say, I want this to be my life change for this reason or reasons, and I want it to be my life changer by this time. They're just joining and you're benefiting from the fear of loss. It's a wonderful kickstart to your business, and you can use it 3 ways. Number 1, you can use it to become an entrepreneur yourself. If you're a free member and you've just referred, upgrade yourself to the entrepreneur through what you get. Number 2, your loved one. It could be your spouse. It could be your sibling. It could be someone else dear to you in your life. You can gift it. What a wonderful present to gift to them if they're wanting to transform their life. And number 3, you can simply sell it. That can be more of your earnings just for people doing what they normally do. It's the fear of loss. Number 2 is the sales bonus. So when people do what they normally do, there's no convincing, it's just sharing. You play games, compare with this game platform in Crowd1. You travel, compare with this travel platform in Crowd1. You do that, you do this, the next thing, compare. Do you like? They like, they say, yeah, this is fine. Why you? Why this? You say, if you can't see any much difference, then join me because you know, like, and trust me. And so this is going to benefit me while you do what you normally do. See, that's the difference. This is the new way, sales bonus. Number 3 is the active user pool. And this is you participating in these things. So you travel, you participate. You play games, you participate. You lifestyle, you participate. You subscribe to whatever it is for whatever amount of time, and then you will benefit from the active user pool. And anyone else that's in that category too. So you might have 5 of the people that join for you, and they may do the travel. That means you get a share of the part of the profit pool for you, and then you get a part of the profit pool for those 5 people that are inside there. As long as you got a part in it, you can share with the people that got it. They're also doing it as well. See, and that gets paid out this month. August the 31st, I'm looking forward to it because I've got active user pool members that you and I will get paid at the end of this month for this one, as well as this one. And you don't even have to be an entrepreneur. You can be a member as well. So are you in? This is how you can change your life bit by bit. Here's a little bit about what it looks like inside the activity pool presently. So if you when I plugged in, this is what it shows on mine. I've got 9 activity points in the entertainment pool, which covers Mixstar and Planet IX. They haven't updated it yet for Planet IX, but imagine when they do that. My activity points and your activity points are going to go through the roof. Because how many of our people are doing Planet IX now? But anyway, let's have a look. It's got Mixstar here. I've got 1 activity point for myself. I've got 8 activity points for the members that have directly signed. That means 9 activity points and 9 parts of the profit pool in this particular one. You'll also see that it'll tell you the months that you're going to earn, June, July, August, and it goes on for up to 6 months in the future. So you can see it in the different pools, what is happening and how you're going to be earning that month and following. Amazing. We have the loyalty package. So this is the number 4, the last part for the entrepreneur and member. So you can see that the loyalty program is there, and every good or great company has one, because when people are rewarded for in the loyalty program, what do? They engage more, right? They go shop there more. And that's, you can see it in airlines, groceries, retail. I love getting discount. Oh, you've just got a voucher. Thank you very much. Oh, you can get 25% of that. Thank you. You can pay for this product. You can upgrade in this status on the airlines. You can actually look at the shopping mall inside the on the airline mall. You get vouchers, products, services. Really amazing. So Crowd1 is no different. We do that because when people get excited, they plug in more, they purchase, and that means more profits. And the difference with Crowd1 is 50% goes to those companies and 50% comes back to us. So let's have a look now at the entrepreneur. So if you're a member, fine, you've got those 4 there for you, as well as you too, the entrepreneur. But these next 3 are the game changers, the life transformers. So listen very, very carefully for you that we're listening to those 2 questions asked. You want this to change your life, and you've said to yourself, I wanted to change my life by this stage. It's up to you. So the crowd bonus works like this. You need to bring in your first 2 people, your captains. How does that look? Let me just see if I get this screen going. Is that going to work for me? Oh, I think it's a bit frozen. Let me see if I can go backwards. All right, looks like it's frozen for a while. So let me just unshare that. Stop the share, reshare again. Dun, dun, dun. And that should fix it for me. Let's hide that, show, and hide. All right, and play. Right, so we have here the, oh, it's still not doing it for me in front of my face. Never mind. So the crowd bonus, you need 2 captains. With those 2 captains, they help to open this bonus so that when you, your team captains, and anyone else that comes in, it could be the crowd, will help you to earn money through this. How amazing is this particular one? Well, it gave me 75% of my income. I'm going to use it this way since you can't see. I don't believe it's here. So I'll do it this method. So what will happen is on this particular one is that it provided me 75%, but whatever percentage it does, depending on how your team and your crowd builds, it is the life-changing one, because 75% of my first 6 figures, that's $75,000 in my currency, helped me towards being a 6-figure earner. Just for other people going, oh, wow, yes, I want this to be this for me and to do it by this time. They plugged in to do what they normally do. I don't have to convince them. They just sort for themselves. And so then they earned, so I was able to earn one of 3 different ways, 3 different combos, a regular combo, a medium combo, or a large combo. How about that? And as you earn that, like it adds up and it's able to transform your life. So that is wonderful. That is also paid daily. So I want you to think about that for a moment. If it's paid daily, what are your job does? If you work today, you'll get paid next week, a fortnight from now, or at the end of the month in some countries, right? So that's the way it works. Oh, look, I see that my PowerPoint is just really frozen up. The second one I'm going to talk to you is the matching bonus. And this provided 25% of my income. That is $25,000. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do my slides. I'll just talk it through. And so with that amount, the way it works, the matching bonus is similar to, also known as the training bonus. And so with the training bonus, if you think about being a trainer in your normal job, what happens there? You are either a designated trainer, and so you'll be with a fixed amount of people, or maybe you just help people at the goodness of your heart. That's what people normally do, right? But normally you're not going to get an exponential amount of return. With Crowd1 and the matching bonus here, you can. And you can see this in front of you. And so it is 5 generations deep that you can earn. That's 10% upon 10% upon 10% up to 5 times. I'm going to show you how this practically works. So if you can see this in front of me, yay, I've got some traction there. And so, make sure, okay. So I joined 26 people at my first generation. And so I was starting to earn 10% of whatever they earn. If it was €100, I will get 10 euro of that, 10%, that's 10 euro. If they earned €1,000, that means I get 10%, I get €100 from the profits or from the products and services growing in Crowd1. By the second generation, there were about 100 people I was earning from. By the third generation, about 500. By the fourth generation, the team had drawn about 1,000 people. And by the fifth, over 3,000 people. So all I had to do was help them to plug into the system so that they can learn not just from me, they can learn from other global leaders worldwide. You are not necessarily in my team. In fact, most of you probably are not. But I sharing may help you to have an aha moment so that you can learn and then earn, and then you'll benefit your persons around you, above you, up to 5 generations. See, that's how it works. It's not just about you, and that means you don't have to be working. You can have a holiday, a break, be sick, and yet you can be still earning through other people plugging in and learning the new way. That's the matching bonus. It's paid daily as well. So those two were the great Kickstarters. They helped me to become a 6-figure earner and to get free from the 9-to-5 grind. They will do the same for you as your team grows. The residual bonus is very special because it'll help you to keep the life that you've built. You may or may not have heard what a residual is. So this is the one that you will work once and then earn for all time. I'm going to tell you about my son, and then hopefully this will help you to understand better. So last May 2020 was the first time this was activated. I was at a new leadership rank. And so when I looked at it, I thought, I wonder how this is going to be. What will I get from this residual thing? And so I got about a combo worth, about $5 to $10. I can't remember the exact amount. My middle son came running down the stairs, said, Dad, what was the residual? How did it go? You know, he was excited like I was until I saw the amount. And then I told him, I said, a combo worth, I said, this amount. He goes, Do you think he jumped up and down and gave me a kiss and hug and said, Dad, let's go celebrate, let's go buy the world? No, he said, Dad, is Dad all? Is Dad all? I could, son, if I could, I would, but I'll give you a bit of a slap around the ears, but we're not allowed to do that. So instead, I'll give you an example. So I said, hey, you're about to go do your job, and my older son was there. I said, how about if you were to do the dishes, and older son, you're about to do the lawns. If you did that work one time, just today, and I will pay you this amount today, as well as every month for the next 15 plus years. That's amazing. Yes, it is amazing. Now go do your job, and that's not going to happen. But anyway, never mind. But what I was a demonstration, guys, is to tell you that when you earn your leadership rank in Crowd1, you keep it for all time. That's exactly what happens. You will earn that amount, a residual, for the next whatever amount of time, the life of this company. And already it's 2.5 years. And I can tell you, it's really amazing. The more you go up to earn the profits from all over the world, you never lose your rank. The points never get flushed out from your leadership rank. So that means you will go up slowly or fast. Look at this. This is what I got July the 15th. August the 15th, I'm getting another one. It'll be around about this. It's always between 500 and 600 euro as the company is establishing itself. But I'm expecting it to rise as the company members grow and the products and services grow. You know what this amount is? This is the equivalent of $513 in euro. That is basically somewhere between 850 and 900 New Zealand dollars. That is 1 week's pay around about in my currency. What would you do with 1 week's pay every month? What would you do with it? Maybe it'll be on top of your job. Maybe you'll take a week off. Oh, boss, I'm just going to work 3 weeks out of 4. Do whatever you want to do. That's amazing. How long have I earned this? Remember I told you about my son? Son, every month for the next 15 years. You know, I became a director 1-star in November last year. So I've got this residual 1 week's pay of every 4 weeks in my currency, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 8 months. This is going to be number 9 month of receiving this residual. What would you do with this residual? In Dubai, I asked someone there, they said this would pay for their whole year. This is like one week's pay in my currency is 4 weeks. It's a whole month for them. I asked a Filipino, I said, what would this do? And they said, this would be 2 months. This 1 week of yours would be 2 months for us. So that means for every year that they get the residual, just this one income alone, it would pay for 2 years of their life. Wow, what would this do for you? This is the one that you want because you work it once, you get there and you earn it for all time. I hope that excites you. So ask yourself those questions, entrepreneurs. What do you want this to be for you? And when do you want it to be? I got here in 8 months. Where do you want to be in the time that you've said? Also, along with becoming a leader, it's different ranks. Director, you get a cruise, 7-night cruise somewhere around the world. And COVID allowing, that's when it'll be activated. The people who got here before COVID went on them. They had a wonderful time with like-minded achievers and also the management team. And I'm looking forward to this happening once COVID lifts. Once you get to the president level, you also get a bucket list holiday. That includes the most fanciest of cars, entertaining, mansions. You imagine even greater than the cruises, which also includes return flights. Imagine that. All kinds of different incentives, including this. This came out while I was in Dubai. Now they give certified diamond and gold pins for presidents. For those who are higher, senior presidents, ambassador, they get certified diamond and gold rings. Have a look at just these descriptions on these two that are presented before you. 67 natural diamonds, 17.34 grams of gold for the senior president 3-star. The ambassador 1-star, and it goes up to ambassador 3-star, they get a 34.76 gram gold ring, 18 karat yellow gold ring with 496 natural diamonds. Now you may not be bling, I'm not bling, but it's just wonderful to think this company recognizes achievement and you can be blessed in a variety of ways. Finally, and really this may be the thing that makes you go, wow, you can succeed your business on. You know, this director 1-star business, even if I didn't move right now, even if I was to pass away in a short amount of time, as long as it's in my will, my son, my daughter, my kids, they can have this business. This can be theirs. You can imagine that for the rest of their lives, director 1-star, and they can pass it on to their generation as well. And they can build upon it, what I've started. Build the foundation so that the next generation can have success and well-being and move forward in their life. What job do you know that you can hand on? Very little, right? You try and tell your boss, I'm giving it on to my son. Watch your boss look at you with a bewildered look, says, yes, you are old. I knew that you were losing it, and this confirms it. Have a wonderful life. Thank you very much for coming. And then, or if you go to your business, if you don't own the business, and you go to the owner or the co-owners and tell them the same, they'll say, what are you talking about? You don't have any such thing. So if you found something like this that has a succession clause, be very grateful, move with it. Don't be a hater, a doubter, a procrastinator. Why don't you be a part of the success of the new way of doing things? So who are you? Are you a customer? Are you a member? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you going to save? Are you going to refer? Are you going to change your life? It's up to you. It's up to me. Let's have a look at the packages which are for the entrepreneur. So you that want to change your life, look at the 4 plus the 5th that is there available right now, limited time. Look at the prices. They're one-off, no regular fees, not yearly. You just pay for the subscriptions to different things that you normally would do anyway, but the membership to change your life in the business is above. You will see the value in there. And let me go through the products, which I already explained to you through this presentation. You will get the Growing Megster platform, which, if going well, will be probably the leading gaming platform around the world. I asked my son, I said, is there any game platform like this? He said, one. I said, okay, cool. But does they have the ability to earn? He said, no. So if it doesn't have the ability to earn, and it's the only one he could tell me, then you'll know that this is going to be the leader or one of the leaders in a very short amount of time. That is growing before our eyes. Mindo, that's personal development, real and business development. So important, because I've seen it transform my life from thinking I was a failure in finances to being a success. I've seen it change me in terms of my self-image. I've seen it change me in terms of how I build relationships, and you'll see it too. I can tell you an example of a family member who won the lotto 30 plus years ago. 30 years on, after buying a mansion, getting a great 4-wheel drive, living the high life, 30 years later came to a dear loved one of mine and asked for a handout. So how did someone so rich go to so poor? Because he got a lucky break. And if you get a lucky break in whatever area of your life, be happy. But unless you change your mindset and grow yourself, you will return to your default setting. Remember that, your default setting. And his default was poor. So he ended up poor, asking for a handout. Don't do that. Grow yourself. Mind knows the way you can do that. Life trends, everything, travel, greater benefits for the packs that are before you. Loyalty points, greater loyalty points for the higher the pack. Planet IX into their amazing leading platform inside Crowd1 and the world is 1 free packs you get inside there. You don't have to pay anything for it if you're a black pack and above. Gold, link me, virtual business card for anyone gold and above, plug in. And titanium, you get social media. There's so many platforms coming on. So they've already put it on there for future. And then multi-wallet, Titanium Pro, you get to have that for free. That is a part of it. So every time that a product or service comes on, they get added to a relevant pack or that's been paid for. So don't miss out. When I joined, none of this existed. Remember that? Now you get to be rewarded in a wonderful way. Which pack appeals to you? Have a look at this. And if you saw a pack, you can go to the next pack for free, because we have an epic promotion available to the 1st of September. So less than a month, plug in. If you saw in here, you love the white pack, now you'll have the black pack for free. Maybe you saw the black pack, you can get the white pack underneath it, or you can just know that you're going to get the gold pack above it. Just remember those 2 questions. Why do you want this to be to you? And when do you want it to be for you? So this will help you to get there with the epic promotion extended to the 1st of September. Don't miss out. Here's the one-off payment paid by Bitcoin and Ethereum. The voucher system's available, and talk to the person who invited you. Wonderful. Here is us in Dubai, New Zealand, Australia, and Tonga. Samoa's not there. I'm part Samoan. Must take a Samoan flag next time. And you know what? Really, really amazing. That is the top leader in the whole world, Ambassador Freestar George. And we got to meet him and his lovely, humble wife, beautiful couple that are serving our global community. Be a part of it in September. The event will be coming out soon. If you can be there, be there. Maybe you'll see me, John, and Tina again, or someone else. Amazing. So as I bring this to close, I just want to share a little bit more about who I am. You've heard about, I've come from nowhere to where I am today, and I'm presenting to you this amazing, incredible platform. But you know what? I'm 50 years old, and when I was 43, my life totally fell apart. I was a police officer of 13 years, and I came home after one of my shifts to find out that my wife had moved out, taken half the property and our kids. It doesn't matter why it happened. What did matter is that I ended up back at home living with my mother and father in the bedroom that I'd grown up with. And when you're 43 years old and had a home, built a family life, and you've got a future to retirement and a career that you enjoy, then it's like, wow, and your bottom falls out. What do you do then? And I spent 2 years thinking about it. And then I finally realized that I've got to plug into something different. And that began with doing a new career, construction. It also came with opening up to the internet world. And I just failed forward to when I joined Crowd1. Remember, I said no 3 times, and then I said yes the 4th time. And I learned from my worst crisis in my life, because that's the worst crisis I ever felt in my life, losing everything, to waking up and going, you know what, Stephen, this is a warning sign. Take heed of the warning signs early. So when I went into COVID lockdown, I went yes when I was asked the 4th time, and it changed my life. 2 months on, I was able to let go of government assistance. 8 months on, director 1-star and a global presenter and author and so much more. And I love what I do. I love getting up whenever I want and going to sleep whenever I want and learning how to create this new life. How would you love to create your new life now rather than when you're 60 or 65 or 70? My father worked till he was 70, and he's learning at 70 how to relax and actually enjoy life. Why didn't you learn earlier? I'm learning earlier at 50 how to do that, how to continue to build and sustain a life that the online world provides. So that's it from me. And I'm going to hand it back to Simone if she's got her testimony or one other person to share before we close off today. Thanks, Simone.
Thank you, Stephen. That was really awesome. Yeah, I've been in a few MLM companies, and along the way learned not only a lot about myself, but also like the topic today, changing your mindset. And I finally come to a company like Crowd1 that has, it's like what Julie was saying, you know, make friends with strangers who eventually become your family. And, you know, learning, like changing my mindset, expanding the way in which I approach my business, you know, learning more about social media, especially, you know, content and posting it up. And I've yet to do a live video. And so, you know, all of these things, it's a first. Everything that I'm doing is a first. And so in that regard, I love the firsts that are happening in my life. And yeah, I believe with all my heart that you know, staying close to the campfire, gleaning from all of these golden nuggets that everyone's sharing, not only inspires me, but pushes me forward. You know, a lot of failures, of course, but that's the mark of success too. You know, without failures, there's no success. So, yeah, so Crowd1 continues to be really huge for me, and I love the people that are in it, and I love everything to do with the business. So thank you very much, Stephen. Yeah. Thank
you. So if you've plugged in and you're on live or you're watching this live, then thank you so much. Just put down where you're coming from so we can comment back and say a warm welcome to you. And if you're watching this on the recording, why don't you just say what you appreciate and where you're from as well. And again, we'll comment back. Do this every Wednesday, if not traveling. It's an extended presentation, a walk through the business with the latest updates so that you can get a little bit of inspiration to maybe to grow in the business or just to consider it for the first time, depending on what's happening in your life. Sorry. So I just want to say thank you once again for plugging in, and I look forward to maybe seeing you next week or on an update. So appreciate that.